Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack.
David Crane's Amazing Movie Time!
All right. So on the inaugural episode of David Crane's Amazing Movie Time on Weekend Rental Podcast, we all watched the fantastic 2011 Rubber. And this was a Justin pick. I think we should rotate it so like we'll all do a pick, right? It'll be like a Justin pick, an Andy pick, a Ryan pick. So, but anyway, this is a Justin pick. So a little bit of background and why this segment's kind of fun for Andy and I is that Justin watches no movies ever. He's largely missed the greatest pop culture movie icon films of our entire generation because he can't stay awake through any movie. However, Rubber, he claims to have watched, I don't know, half a dozen times, and somehow this is your favorite movie?
It's not my favorite movie, but it's one everybody needs to see.
And
I've seen it 8 times.
What's a little...
And I do own it now.
Oh, gosh, nice. So give us a little rundown. What is this movie about?
I don't know.
It does make you dumber, folks. This is a proven fact, so...
It's about Robert. Robert is a tire.
He has a name?
Yeah.
It's Robert.
It's Robert.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Robert Goodyear, but that's beside the point. But yeah, so Robert's a tire, and he goes around. Well, he finds out that he can kill things, blow things up, and goes around killing people
With telekinesis.
with these people watching, or this person watching, ends up being. And I don't know why they're watching, but I don't know. It's just something everybody needs to watch at least once.
I think so. I like dumb stuff, and I hated this movie, but the opening 5 minutes of this movie is maybe one of the greatest things in cinema.
The opening is my favorite.
Yeah, there's just like a dude out in the desert holding like 30 pairs of binoculars. He runs off the road, and then in the same frame, there's this gravel road with like 12 wood chairs on it, and a cop car rounds the corner, drives like 3 miles an hour, swerving to hit every chair scattered across the road. And then the cop parks in the middle of the road, gets out and gives a monologue about how basically nothing in any cinema or film matters. Like, why is E.T. Brown? Doesn't matter. And it's just like, what the hell am I watching? I thought this was a movie about a tire who blew things up with its mind. Then you have this bizarre... Bizarro. It was, I mean, that's where it peaked for me. Like, I'm super glad I've seen this movie just for that. But like, wow, it's just bonkers.
You missed the best part of it. He gets out of the trunk and holds a glass of water for no reason.
That's right, he does get out of the trunk, doesn't he?
Yep. And then he dumps the water. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the rest of the movie is the same.
Well, I wouldn't.
I don't know.
It gets worse, but and longer.
I like how during it too, they're like, "Why are we still doing this? Because that guy didn't die." Oh,
Yeah, because so basically that all leads up. The intro leads up to this group of spectators who are then using these binoculars, and then I guess they're the audience for the movie, but they're like on set watching this all unfold. So yeah, the tire like comes to life out of the desert dirt and then starts rolling around and blowing things up. It's so weird because it's like this constant cut. It almost feels like to me that they didn't have enough of a movie idea to make a full movie with just the tire and murdering people. So then they threw in this like weird alternate audience thing, and like nobody in the film is in on it except the guy who gives out the binoculars and then the cop who gives the monologue. And those are the only two people who seem to understand that this is a movie, not some real life scenario. It's just weird.
it's honestly probably one of the dumbest movies I've seen, but it is so dumb that it's great, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I always said before, I wouldn't pay money to watch it, but now that's a lie, thanks to this podcast.
Yeah, I think I immediately text you because I rented this off of iTunes. I text Justin. I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm more pissed that I spent $3.99 or that I spent 80 minutes watching this.
You could have bought it for $7.
Yeah, I probably should have. I tried to find it locally. I went to like every Best Buy, Walmart. I went to like the used video stores, and now I couldn't find a copy.
I have to agree with Justin. Like when he first pitched this, like, oh, it's a tire that kills people. I thought, okay, that's an amazing premise. I love it already. And honestly, after watching the whole thing, like the tire is kind of the weakest part. I was the most disappointed in the tire because, like, when I think of a killer tire, I think of all the crazy ways that they're gonna run over you with like knives in them, and you know, like all this crazy stuff. But no, he just rolls up to people, like concentrates really hard and blows off their head, like to 20 some plus people. And after a while, that just got too normal. But that like side plot where the audience out on that hill watching with binoculars, I thought was legitimately awesome. Like that is a great premise.
Yeah, it makes the movie like
right.
I feel like you guys watched a totally different movie than I did.
I mean, I've never seen a movie do that quite like that. I've seen some, where like they show like the audience in the theater or something like that. But like to do it like that and then have that actually be part of the plot where the cop is like that section where he gets shot. Like I still can't explain how that worked.
Yeah,
where he got shot.
Die. That's the thing that I didn't like because once he realized that the guy wasn't dead and the movie wasn't over, he should have bled out. Is how I thought. Or like, yeah, I expected him to fall over and be dead, but then he didn't somehow.
He just kept walking around with blood stains.
What's that? Oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy that clip too, where they're like trying to get the tire to blow up the mannequin, and then like that Hispanic lady's like doing the dirty voice, like, oh baby, and then it wasn't filthy enough, so then the cop just jumps in there and he's saying like all sorts of weird stuff. Like that had me laughing pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So would you say is this a comedy? It's got to be a comedy, right?
I'd go dark comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that guy that had the binoculars and was like feeding the turkey, like he's just like a bad character though. Like why you knew the food was poisoned, why did you eat it? Like I don't understand that.
Yeah, that was really dumb. He killed himself.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
That's what I kept thinking he was. But yeah, we left out that crucial plot point where they murdered everyone in the audience, including a small boy, through food poisoning.
Except for one person.
For some reason. Yeah, the old guy didn't. It was weird.
Yeah, he didn't eat it.
How about
I don't understand why the guy ate the food even though he knew it.
Yeah.
I guess that helps make it confusing.
It was the best movie about a homicidal tire that I've ever seen. I can easily say that. I don't know that I need to watch it again. I am glad I guess I experienced it.
Yeah, that's typically how I pitch it too. It's a movie that everybody needs to see, not really more than once. And I used to be able to say that I've only seen it 7 times, but I've seen it 8 now, so I'm getting up there.
Can't believe, Justin, if you have trouble staying awake, that you were able to watch this movie. There is some times in this movie that it goes so slow. Like when the tire's out in the desert, just like fucking around with shit. Like that, yeah. It's like 20 minutes of just a tire going across the desert, and there's like nothing happening.
Well, that was kind of like
falling over.
One of the most interesting pieces to me, though, is like how they sort of explain how this tire, which I guess is more or less born on film, like learns about the world and discovers its powers. Like it rolls up and hits a rock, and it can't go around it. So it's like cool. I can't screw with rocks. And then it like comes up to like plastic bottle and it like tests that and then it rolls over and crushes it. But then strangely it comes up to a bunny and is just like, I can blow it up. And then that's how it learned, I guess. It was weird. It was
ever since then.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting concept how they like showed the progression of a tire, I guess.
Oh, he learned it on the glass bottle, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. It was the glass bottle because he couldn't roll over the glass bottle, and then he like
Yep.
freaked out and it blew up. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of interesting, but yeah, I agree. That stuff went on for way too long.
Character
Yeah.
development of a inanimate object.
Yeah.
So I mean, the spoiler of the end of the movie, like it kind of sets up a sequel, doesn't it?
I hope not. It does though, because there's like a entire army about to descend on the hills of Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's led by a trike.
That could be. Well, it's the tire reincarnated as a trike. I mean, get it right.
The guy at the end.
Yeah, but technically the movie's over because that spectator blew up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're thinking too logically about this.
Well, I think
64% of Google users like this movie.
that's a lot. That seems alarmingly high. I think I would give Rubber 2 blobs out of 5. Is my vote.
Oh boy, I will do. It's got to be 3 blobs for me.
Yeah, I got to go 3 blobs as well.
There you go. That's not a.
Maybe I should go 3.5 since I picked it.
I mean, it's tough because it's like this movie. You gotta be the right person to get this movie. Like, there's
Right.
a lot of people I know that I would never show this movie to, and be like, "Yeah, I've watched this. I like this movie." Like, that says a lot about me to them, and I don't want them to think that. So,
This is like one of those movies that's like so effed up. You know how there's like stoner humor, where like if you're high, it's like super funny. Like I think if I was high, this would scare the shit out of me. Like
Yeah,
I'd be
I
so
don't-
confused. I'd be terrified of every tire I saw. Like I wouldn't know if things were real. Like, am I in a movie or people are looking at me? Am I on film right now? Like, oh my gosh, yeah.
oh yeah, if you had any type of paranoia, that would be a bad.
I would love to show this in like a freaking theater house in like Colorado or something and just watch the madness.
Then you just have a tire roll through
Yes.
after it's over.
Yes.